Hello everyone, welcome to the Magic Whisk kitchen. I am Athena and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the perfect chocolate ganache drip for all your buttercream cakes. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. So grab your apron and let's go. So we're going to start by making the chocolate ganache first. We're going to use 54% dark chocolate. The reason we use this percentage is any higher than that would make your ganache a little bit too stable, as it has a lot more cocoa butter, and it would make your ganache too hard and it would set too quickly before you even try to apply it. So 54% is ideal. And in here I have 60 grams of chocolate and I'm going to add to that 80 grams of double cream. So of course it's not a one-to-one ganache, it's a little bit looser than that, and that's because we want it to spread really nicely on our cake. Okay, so that's perfect, a little bit more, but that's okay. Now we're going to heat this in the microwave and we're going to check every 10 seconds so that our chocolate doesn't burn. Now my ganache is ready. As you can see, there's no lumps in it, it's nice and smooth. But it is a little bit thick for my liking. I like my drips quite thin. Sometimes your ganache is even too thick, even if you add the right amount of cream. So what I'm gonna do is I have some cold cream here. I'm going to add a tiny bit of cream, not too much. And if you like your drip thick, you can have a thicker ganache, but I like mine thinner. If your ganache is too thick, when it goes on the cold cake, it's going to set straight away and you're not going to get many drips. So that is the perfect consistency. This is exactly what I want. And now I'm going to add my ganache into a piping bag. Here I have a plastic piping bag. And I have a glass, just so I don't make any mess. So I just push the piping bag right in. And that means I can do this hands-free and with no mess. So add that in here. Now I'm going to use some cling film to tie a knot so that none of my ganache is going to come out of the other side. If your piping bag is bigger than mine, you can simply tie a knot and that will be fine. And now we're ready to do our chocolate ganache drip. So now we're ready to do our chocolate drip. And as you can see, I have a 6-inch cake here, already crumb coated, and have done the last buttercream coat as well, and it is cold. So I said this before, I do not like cakes put in the freezer because it is way too cold for your ganache drip. It will freeze straight away. This is cold, but it's, you know, it's not going to freeze your ganache. And now I'm going to show you a little trick of what I do when I do my ganache drip. I like to start from the back. So this is my back side. It has like a little line here. So I practice, let's say, on this side. And what I do is I cut a hole with scissors. Not too big, not too small, just right. You can always adjust it to what you like. Okay, so now I'm going to do a drip. And I'm going to see if I'm happy with the consistency. So I'm quite happy with that, so I will keep going. As you can see, if you want a small drip, you can press just a little bit your piping bag. But if you want a bigger one, you need to go a little bit more. I personally like inconsistent drips, so I press a bit more, I press a bit less. And I just keep doing that until I fill up everything. Also, another trick is I've seen a lot of drips that are very large and they start from the middle. If you want a really sharp drip, you need to start right from the top and press from there. Again, if you want larger drips, simply press your piping bag a little bit more. But be confident with it. Everyone is very terrified of chocolate drip, but it's actually not that difficult. It does take a little bit of practice at the beginning, but personally for me, when I started doing drips, I started practicing on a bowl. So I literally took a bowl and started pressing the piping bag just to see the consistency that I like. and in general, just to, I didn't want to ruin a cake, so I thought it was easier if I kept doing that. So I'm quite happy with my drip. There's larger and the smaller and shorter sides to it. I'm gonna do a few more here. I don't like my drips all the way to the bottom, but if you do like them, keep pressing until it goes all the way to the bottom. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. If you just want it like that, you can leave it like that, but I like my drip on the top as well. So there's enough ganache here to put some on the top too. So just press it, not all the way to the edge. We're going to use a palette knife to make that, to push that a little bit and make it smooth. Perfect. I really hope that you enjoyed that and that you learned something new today. I just wanted to go over one more time what we learned today. So first of all, with ganache, when you are making it in the microwave, sometimes it can be a little bit too set and too hard for your cake. So do make sure that you adjust it with a little bit more cream if you need to. Next, when you are applying your drip on your cake, make sure that you start from the back of your cake. So I will show you mine. This is the back of my cake. So it's okay if, you know, your first drip is not perfect because it's going to be at the back, no one's going to see it. So I always start from the back of my cake. Last but not least, if you do want different lengths of drips like I have, make sure you press a little bit more and a little bit less, so you get all these inconsistent lines, which I personally really like. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed my video. If you do like this video, make sure just to give her a little bell and scene. Perfect.